and relativity feedback sensorial mechanics has in an underlying Luminant luminauts. What follows is a clairaudial guided hallucination intended to fortify the health and well-being of the loyalties of your instinctually interactive basis of flowering conscious awareness and relativity feedback sensorial mechanics, and has in an underlying contiguous rapport in relativity 24/7 between your innate being and its natural environs, and as is meant to stimulate a slight hypnagogic state kin to being in that twilight of half asleep and or half awake, within which frequency of bellows and breath of beating heart you may have direct access to the sequence of mentioned rapport, as well as the malleable means to set timers on experimental programming theories for alternate reactivities running within your instinctual response settings. This is to implement and test run a hypothesis using the tried and true scientific method outlined in Einstein's nominal synopsis of that namesake. The first time you hear our hypnagogic glyphs of code word to harbor from myths to your legends, out of the 3 times you will hear it in our session of guided revisualizations here, will be just what this colloquial witch doctor may have on order for your nursing system to allow your psyche to recognize it as our instigation and closure indicator, as option for your mind to adopt and respond to, enter and or exit our particular shared state of twilight flow, so to speak. You may find, if you choose, to allow this change in vibration of frequency waves to lengthen your attentivenesses to your ingrained and or dormant clairsentient capacities that may normally be obscured by your conscious biome's attentive awareness of your said biome's 5 natural senses of touch, sound, light, scent, and taste. Our code word for these HypnoGeneo enhancing sessions may now be heard by you and logged to the registry of your reactive proclivity by the following somewhat humorous acronyms: XYZ PDQ. Now that you have that on lock and ready for its key in the oncoming life of its second and third natures, we can proceed with our new beginning to enliven our anticipations as to our oncoming renewing of beginnings. Please make sure to halt further listening and set this session aside for reignition on future date. If you are driving a car, cooking, and or otherwise doing anything that requires the majority of your body's full attention for safety reasons, as well as to protect the assets being set forth here by yours truly and yours truly. Okay. Now that you have had time for the previous designation to be respected by your own self, we can get started with the second incantation of our overall enchantment proceedings preset for this witching craft to douse of the provided talos for our mutual wickedry. You may follow this star. Might use this one. You may follow this star with your eyes while your head remains stationary if you feel the need, want, and or like to. Other than imperative, this is completely up to you. XYZ PDQ. Hi, hello there, humble servant of our dear listener. We recognize and expose you to a sum of recognizable appreciations here. We are asking your permission to allow the faculties of the being of awareness whose senses fuel its fires until its embers again need care of rest within your vast conscious self of comparable beauty and handsome hands-onness. We acknowledge you and all you do for us without second-guessing us in most all cases. Your turn of doorknobs that openers to any futures we apply ourselves to pursue with an honorable loyalty that we are hereby recognizing, and are glad and grateful you are such a supportive part of who we are. Be that at work or play, we care for your wealth of well-being with a benevolent grace, thanks largely to you. Thank you. We are aware of your care of us, and we of us love you and your ongoing acknowledgement. Please feel free to send us clues and synchronicities in any way you find possible that will keep us informed of what you may need to maintain that phenomenal health and well-being we are recognizing here, as well as any ways that may grow and or improve within your tolerance zones. Thank you. We are sorry if we have hurt you, as we have been learning alongside you how to navigate without reliving the regrets. We are grateful of being here with to share with us. And ifin, you may be pleased to please let us know if there are any contingencies that arise that we may help us learn any forgiveness we may have or sometime be requiring of each other throughout our time together as we continue to navigate with your cooperation and generous cartography relaying interpersonal activities. Now that we have endeavored this conversation with you, we look forward to having encounters with you outside of the confines of this session, when it is safe for us together to do as intermittent internal dialogues of healthy conversation throughout the burn of wax and wane of our cycles of awareness as we respect and honor our circadian rhythms. So happily, we now bid you adieu for our next fitting rendezvous. XYZ PDQ. So that's just an example of how to engage with some love of your ingrained loyalties. I hoped you liked it. Let us know if you care to experience more as similar, and we'll suss out more input for furthering clairaudial hallucinations to phenomenon. Did I forget to tempt you? with a finger to thumb up the like of a push button? Haha, go figure how many wick best enlightens of you. Keep to your hygienes, light your candles, stir your sown soups, blow on your incenses, and rinse your auras as this of road may bumpy get of ours in the night and times unchained. And please do forgive the lucrative soul here with by and by being flirtatiously flirted. May your fate be kind to you, may your luck be accruing, and may your destiny to you be of open arms. Be it bitten twice shy of disaster nix, to hex any crisscross of roads, fallen of tumble in tower, to bridge over any obstacles instead of your steed for needs of any monstrosity of wants, settling or otherwise undersaddling what one or more may fortress of citadel in palisades, to settle any murks in undercurrents of what may so be moats. Until next temporal window unveils enlightenment to our sense of relinquished shades, au revoir and Akash awa.